Hi all of you awesome scuba divers out there, welcome to ScubaDiv Magazine, your favourite place for the latest scuba diving news and gear reviews. It is officially December now, which normally means that if you're a scuba diver or you know a scuba diver in your life, then you probably need to come up with a gift idea, either for yourself or for them. Now, today's sponsor has plenty of gift ideas on their website, scuba.com. They have a huge website with plenty on it, as well as dive centres on the east and west coast of the US with advisors that you can talk to if you need some personalized help. But whether you already have all of your own dive equipment and just can't think of something else someone could gift you, or you know nothing about scuba diving and you want to get something good that won't be a disappointment, here are 10 gift ideas that should be good for any scuba diver. Dry bags are an easy go-to gift idea for scuba divers. You can never have too many of them. They do wear out over time and then need replacing, and it's something that any diver wouldn't mind if they have two of the same, so it's a very low risk item to get any scuba diver. I tend to have one large heavy duty dry bag, like a backpack or a duffel bag style, and then lots of little ones on the inside to organise my gear. That way, when I open the main holdall and a wave chooses that exact moment to crash over the side, or if it's raining, then all of my non-waterproof stuff inside, like my mobile phone, my wallet, my car keys and stuff, don't get ruined because they're in a separate smaller dry bag on the inside. They come in a range of different prices, so you're definitely going to find something in your budget. There are lightweight options as well as heavy duty ones. Some of them have fancy windows that you can put your phone in and you can still see and use it on the inside of the bag from the outside. If they travel a lot for their scuba diving, then lightweight is usually the best option because fancy that, it's lightweight. Otherwise, heavy duty ones are just good all-rounders because they're nice and tough and they're going to last. Wetsuits and dry suits are best hung up with special hangers with very wide shoulders. If you just use a standard coat hanger, all of the weight of the suit is going to pull down on the thin hanger and the shoulders can crease and they can stretch. A nice wide-shouldered hanger would be much appreciated by any scuba diver. If you have the budget for it, then you can get them a fancy hanger with a built-in fan. Instead of just hanging it up and then letting the suit drip dry, there are actually some hangers out there with fans built into the center that blow fresh air into the neck of the suit to dry them out faster, so they're a bit fresher when you put them up for storage. Now, I'm well known for my affinity for good bolt snaps, and any diver will appreciate another double ender. If you don't know what you're looking for, just search for double ender on a scuba website and avoid anything that's made from brass. Brass bolt snaps aren't that great and they'll probably just sit in a drawer most of the time. Most divers don't usually spoil themselves when it comes to fancier bolt snaps. They just make do with whatever bolt snap comes with one of their spools. So it will be a great gift if you gift them a fancy bolt snap. If they come in different sizes, then smaller ones are typically best for warmer waters where you don't need gloves, but larger double enders are better all-rounders. You can use them in cold and warm waters because you get a bit more grip. A nice new mask strap is a good gift. They do wear over time and do need replacing, so it's a nice spare for them to have, or just get them if you know that they need a replacement. And if you can find one like this, it can be an upgrade to the standard silicone mask strap that probably came with their mask. Standard mask straps, the silicone ones, they're fine, but there are better alternatives today and they're mostly universal. Nothing in the world is purely universal. There are some rare masks that they won't fit, but you'll be very unlucky if it doesn't fit. If you are worried about compatibility at all, you can always get a neoprene strap cover. It's just a neoprene sleeve that fits over the silicone mask strap, and it just helps prevent it from tangling your hair. So if the diver that you know, or if you are the diver that you know and you have long hair, then a neoprene mask strap cover is a nice gift. Extra line cutters are always handy. I'd avoid big dive knives. Those are really going out of fashion today, and they're a bit excessive unless you're cleaning up ghost gear. For most recreational divers, a line cutter like this one is just perfect. You can very quickly and safely cut through most obstacles that a recreational diver is likely to face, and you can never have too many spares. They're nice and small, and you can find some with rust-proof ceramic or titanium cutting edges. Otherwise, the Easy Cut Trilobite like this one is an industry favorite. They come in a bunch of different colors to suit their style, and they're very, very efficient at cutting through, and they're not particularly expensive either. A nice diving tee or a hoodie is always a good choice. There are plenty of choices out there, but I do prefer the ones from actual diving brands instead of just the generic ones that you can find online. The designs tend to be a bit more unique and fun from the bigger manufacturers because they put a bit more investment into it, and they're not the same basic design that you can find just all over the internet, just from different sources. For colder climates, some of the dive manufacturers use their materials from their dry suit undersuits to make hoodies and hats, which are super effective at keeping you warm in the colder months. If the material is designed to keep you warm underwater in the wintertime, then on the surface it should work pretty well as well. One nice non-standardized piece of diving equipment is a changing mat. One of the worst things that a scuba diver can face underwater is a piece of grit in your boot during the dive because you cannot get to it. Wherever you're diving, but especially like shore diving, it can be really hard to keep your feet clean when you're getting changed and basically putting your boots on, especially on sandy or rocky grounds. Trying to keep your feet clean, especially when they're wet, is really tough. So a good changing mat can make all the difference. You put it down first. They're typically made from tough waterproof tarpaulin materials to give you a clean place to stand and just prevent grit from getting into your boots. Some also have a drawstring around them so that you can take your wetsuit off when you're standing on top of it, and then kind of stand on your wetsuit and then pull it up into its own little dry bag for the journey home. Another thing about getting changed between dives is that you're often rather exposed to the elements and sometimes to the general public as well. Even in warm climates, when you exit the water, you take your wetsuit off, your wet body is victim to the wind and you get a real chill. And at the end of the day, you need to get changed out of your wet gear and into some dry clothes, so you do have to take your skivvies off. Only if you're diving off the coast, you don't want to expose yourself to the local dog walkers and end up on a list. So a poncho is the answer to both of those problems, and we have arranged to choose from today either light and thin that you can throw over yourself to cover yourself up, or an insulated poncho for colder climates. They're typically oversized anyway, so you have plenty of space on the inside to get changed, but it is best to err on the larger side just so that you can more easily do your business on the inside without everyone seeing and without the wind or the rain from just battering you. Here at ScubaDiv Magazine, we publish 3 regional diving magazines packed full of the latest scuba diving news, equipment tests and advice articles in both print and digital formats. We have the US edition, the UK, as well as the Australia and New Zealand, and you can sign your dive buddy up for a magazine subscription, the gift that keeps on giving. The print subscriptions are available in most places around the world, but if they do live somewhere a bit more remote where they don't deliver to, or you want to be a bit more environmentally conscious, there's also the digital editions that have all of the same articles, but you can view them on your smart device or your main computer at home. There will be links down in the description below for you to check out the subscriptions that we offer. If in doubt, gift cards from their local dive centre or an online dive store like Scuba.com. They probably have their eye already on a certain piece of equipment that they've been saving up for, that they can spend it on, and of course you can choose the value of the gift card. If you want something that you can wrap up and give to them or put in a card, then you do need to act fairly quickly so the dive centre can get a physical card out to you and then you to them. But if it's getting quite close and you really are sort of cutting it too close to the big day, then most of the big online dive stores have digital gift cards, which is basically just a unique discount code that you can just give to them. So for real last minute gifts, yeah, a digital gift card. Do remember to head over to today's sponsor, Scuba.com. I'll put some links down in the description below for you to take a look at. And of course, our own website for Scuba Magazine subscriptions. There's going to be links in the description that you can check out. Like this video if you found it useful, and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube for more scuba diving help and advice. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.